Welcome to the first video in the Club Admin Got Sport carding playlist for OSPL, COPL, and OCL. The purpose of this first video is to provide some context for the carding process and help you gain a better understanding of what is required and why. In past seasons, this information would have been explained in a video call with myself and at least one club representative or an admin, but that resulted in my video guides being much less useful without the context that was provided in that meeting. So I highly recommend watching this video before moving on to any of the subsequent videos. Firstly, what is carding and why is it necessary? Carding refers to the process of registering a team and its members with a National Association member of the U.S. Soccer Federation. In our case, this association is U.S. Club. It's referred to as carding because the end goal is obviously obtaining player/coach ID cards along with an official roster. US Club has requirements for both players and staff that must be completed/approved by US Club in order to be carded. These requirements are different for coaches and players naturally. The requirements for players are as follows: a headshot, proof of birth, and R002 medical waiver. Additionally, if the player is 18 or older or will turn 18 during the season, they will need to complete a Safe Sport course. Requirements for coaches are a headshot, Safe Sport course, and background check. It's important to note that in addition to the US Club requirements, Ohio has its own state-specific requirements. While these are not required by US Club to be carded, they are required in the state of Ohio to be permitted to play. These state-specific requirements are Lindsay's Law and Ohio Concussion Form. Both of these are collected by the league using an online form that is separate from the carding process, and that link can be found on the OCL website and in the video description. All players and staff must be carded by US Club in order to participate in US Club sanctioned events. For example, league games and end of season tournaments are US Club sanctioned events. This means every team must be carded, no exceptions. Now that we've covered the what and why of carding, it's time to explain the how along with the system we'll be using to complete the carding. So US Club is the governing body that sets all the requirements for members. But how do we actually go about getting this done? US Club uses a registration system known as Got Sport. Got Sport replaced an older system by the name of Got Soccer. They are not the same thing despite how similarly they appear. Additionally, Got Sport is independent of US Club. US Club uses the system, but they do not own the system. So US Club is not the only youth soccer organization who uses Got Sport. USYS does as well, for example. There are two different ways you may use Got Sport, and they depend entirely on if the parents are able to access and use Got Sport themselves. For 95% of the clubs, you will want the parents to access Got Sport to complete the requirements for the players. However, if a majority of your club's parents either do not have access to a computer or do not speak English as their primary language, then it may make more sense for you to access Got Sport on their behalf. I do not recommend this method unless absolutely necessary, because it puts a lot of work and responsibility on you as the admin, as well as creating a few headaches down the road since the system is designed with the expectation that every user accesses their own profile. Most notably, the R002 medical waiver will need to be printed out and completed by hand and sent to the league via email, since the parents won't be accessing the integrated version on the website. Additionally, any players who will be turning 18 during the course of the season will need to access Got Sport for the sake of completing Safe Sport. So that's something that will unfortunately be unavoidable. So for the 95% of you using Got Sport in the standard way, use video guide number 5A for adding/importing players. Those who will not have their parents access Got Sport will need to use video guide number 5B for adding/importing players. With that background info out of the way, I'm going to wrap up this video with a brief summary of the whole process that you'll complete by following along with the videos. Submit US Club application form, get approved and added to the system. Add other club admins, create teams and register them, add players/coaches, roster players/coaches, purchase memberships, and print cards/rosters. You should be able to follow along with the video guides in the Club Admin playlist to get each step completed, as well as assist any parents/coaches that run into any issues. You can use the Club Admin Common Issues playlist to look for a solution to a problem, or simply reach out to me via text if you can't find a solution in the playlist. Thank you for sticking around till the end of the video, and good luck.